On tax, kanina na-discuss natin yung sa tax revenues, ano? And I'd like to point out, because we did some fact-checking, ano? And there are some interesting revelations do sa leakages. Number one, and I already mentioned this during the DBCC committee hearing, yung products imported from China in 2017, because para mag-apples to apples, lahat ng papakita namin, yung data in the 2017, in year 2017. If you look at the slide, yung as reported by the Philippines, ang pumasok sa ating goods from China, imported from China, $18.4 billion. No? But as reported by China, and the source here is yung WITS, on World Bank's World's Integrated Trade Solution. Ano? As reported by China, ang in-export nila sa Pilipinas, 32 billion. So right away, we can see a discrepancy of 13.5 billion pesos, dollars. And ang rate noong 2017 is 50.4 pesos to a dollar. So immediately, pag kinumpute natin yung VAT na lang of the 684.8 billion pesos times 12% VAT, nawala na tayo agad ng, o may leakage tayo ng 82.1 billion. That's not all, ano? Because we also got the records from Korea, yung importation from Korea. As reported by the Philippines, $8.8 billion yung in-import natin from Korea. As reported by Korea, 10.5 billion. So meron na naman difference o discrepancy na 1.7 billion or 89 billion pesos at same rate, ano? Kasi it's same year. Times 12% VAT, nawala na naman tayo ng 10.7 billion. Another one, products imported from Hong Kong, the same thing. Ano? Nawala na naman tayo, revenue loss of 4.757 billion. Again, products imported from the US in 2017, nawala na naman tayo ng 853 million pesos. No? So, and then, kung narinig natin yung, yan, mukhang bata pa si Jose Carl dyan, pero kakakausap sa mga congressman, senador. Anyway, ito yung statement niya. I presented in the tax reform hearings in more than 500 ecozones in the Philippines. All are separate customs territories with possibly a lot of leakage. You know? Ang computation niya sa leakage in 2017 alone, 63 billion pesos. So to sum it all up, dito pa lang, hindi pa natin wala pa yung sa Middle East, wala pa yung ibang countries. Ito lang yung mga big trading partners natin. Ang revenue loss natin or leakage, and this involves tax administration, 161.5 billion pesos. Now, question, are there efforts to plug the leakages? Kasi baka hindi na natin kailangan yung additional syntaxes kung mapaplug natin itong leakages. Because right away, we can collect an additional 161.5 billion doon lang sa pinakita nating importations from a few countries, ano? For that matter, China, US, Korea, Hong Kong.
Yes, Your Honor, it's a very valid point, and according to the Secretary of Finance, they're trying their best. I think there's been some increase in administrative efficiency, but somewhat minimal. But according to the Secretary of Finance, the discrepancy between the declarations is because China declares as exports even goods for transshipment, meaning if the goods are sent to the Philippines but bound for Australia, for instance, they are still declared as an export, whereas we don't declare if it's just passing through as transshipment. It's not declared as an import on our end, Your Honor.
My point is, Mr. President, distinguished sponsor, if we go back to the previous slide, no, the actual deficit in 2017 was recorded at 350.6 billion pesos, equivalent to the 3.2 of the GDP. Pakibalik nga yung dating slide. 3 isa pa, balik pa. Yung 3.2%, ayan, no? Assuming that we were able to plug the 161.2 billion in revenue losses, anong magiging change? Anong impact nito sa budget?